8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Pick me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow.
Superstar. Hey everybody, good morning. It's actually morning time. It's actually morning time, and we are live over here at the Ziggy Show. Hey everybody, I saw today, whoa, down the wrong pipe. Girl. Uh-oh, what's wrong? 4 p.m. there. Dang. Is it Wednesday at 4 p.m.? Because if so, or is it, yeah, it'd probably be Wednesday. Are you only 5 hours ahead? Because it's 11:04 a.m. right now here. Wednesday, 4 p.m. So, okay, well, it's good to know how many hours difference. 5 hours ahead. Thank you, Ernie's Footlong. That's funny. Ernie's Footlong. Roar. How do you know he has a foot long? Ernie's spreading tiger. What is this?
I wanted to come here and show you that I'm at the Witch's Palace and show you what it looks like here. There's the road. And
I was just checking out your channel. I should turn that down. Andy B on Jinkies tried to tell Fred how to get out of rehab, just wanting him to fail. What? Andy B on Jinkies tried to tell Fred how to get out of rehab, just wanting him to fail. Oh, geez. Didn't know you were stuck with the name for 14 days. You know he doesn't have a foot long. That guy's like freaking 5 foot nothing. Foot long nose. Yeah, with all his lies, right? Shall you make a video tonight? Well, why not? Today's wiener is RJ. Wow, he's been a wiener twice in a week, I think. I'm reading your guys' comments. Jody Sue's been going in. That's part of the reason why we just got eloped, you know? Don't have to hear people's opinions in advance or try to talk you out of it, you know what I mean? So we're going to go over, I guess, Prayer Gardens Live from last night. I haven't watched it at all, but Fred is really upset about it. And he really likes Prayer Garden. So this isn't like anything. We both like Prayer Garden. But I swear, he loves Prayer Garden. He thinks she's hilarious. Like, I don't think there's any other person that he really watches regularly except Prayer Garden. Besides me. Of course. And he's listening right now. But he said that I was asleep. I had a headache last night. I went to sleep like at 8 p.m. and just slept till early this morning. I know she did. I didn't watch the one on Crime Stories or on Fred. Gavel Geeks did one. Oh, I heard that Gavel Geeks did it. Supposedly, like, I don't know if it was yesterday or whatever. I know if she did one if Gavel Geeks did one yesterday, I don't know. I'm not aware of it, but I know she did a couple days ago. Supposedly, I didn't watch any of it because I heard it would just upset me, but that they tried to act like they weren't there to talk shit about us, me or Fred, but yet like sit there and like cackled the whole live, and it was just gross from what I hear. And also, they had Andy Bernard in there. Like, it just doesn't get your point across very well when you have, a bigger. It doesn't make sense to me how you're going to talk shit about Fred, but then you have Andy Bernard, like, right there. That makes zero sense. Thank you, Giselle. She didn't say anything bad. Who's that, Stephanie? Prayer Garden stood up for me. Andy is not wanting Fred to succeed, period. In my opinion, I saw probably not, Shay. He's I don't know. Program was live last night, but it wasn't to talk shit about us, I guess, from what I heard. It's 11:11. But it was, I guess, Prayer Garden had been talking to Laura, and I haven't watched this yet, so I'm going to react to it. And it's not about at all about how me and Prayer Garden's relationship is. Like, it's kind of sisterly in a way. 7.5 hours long. I just found out the other day my sister passed from drugs. Oh. Yeah, Cupcake, I don't need people talking shit about me or being concerned about me for what, in what way, Cupcakes. Fred's a very good person. Definitely no concern needed there. I guess at the very most, maybe concern about his recovery. But I feel like, I mean, I already know he's overdone that with that shit. So I'm not worried about that. That's the least of my concern, is him staying clean. If that's the concern, I don't know if that's what the concern is, but that's the only concern I can think of. Hey, Borrowed Angel. Thank you. Ernie's Footlong. Hey, Moulin Rouge. Tracy and Jenny are the most judgy people on YouTube. That's the problem I have with chasing. I never knew Jenny to be much of a judgmental person, but like, she's tied in with Andy Bernard, you know. She's under his like spell, thinking he's like this great person. But, and I guess they think the same thing about me with Fred, so whatever, you know. Thank you, Quinny. So I'm going to, and this is not to talk shit about Lori either, because as I said, my only concern by this information coming out was about Laura and how it would affect her. But also at the same time, the truth is the truth. And, you know, I didn't want to have to do this. You know, I didn't want to have to sit there and be like, guys, you know, Laura's not being honest. I didn't want to. I wanted to just all of us just move on, and hopefully eventually we can all be friends. I mean, I know Fred and Laura have been he messaged her last night and said, let's go on panel. He was ready to go up on programs right then, but Laura wouldn't. And she was, you know, he's upset about, because he thinks that Laura is taking advantage of Prayer Garden and people's kindness, and he doesn't think it's right. Because I guess a big thing was this cancer thing, guys. He's never seen any proof of cancer with her. She claims that she was diagnosed in Hawkins County. They don't do that stuff while you go to jail. You know, she was in jail there for less than a month. They don't test you for cancer and stuff like that when you go to jail. They don't give pap smears and all that shit. I always thought of Laura, you know, I didn't talk to Laura like I talked to Fred, and I think people are always shocked when they find out like she's not as, I don't even want to talk bad about her, but I always assumed that she was a very honest person because Fred was, you know. But I had never really talked to Laura like I had Fred, you know. And he protected her a lot. but I'm learning that she's not like the most honest sometimes. I tried my hardest to get them to help her, like, and get her up here. The goal was both of them, but I just don't feel like really deep down that she wanted it. It really did seem like she was pushing us towards each other. And I was trying to look for the call when she contacted me and asked me to please take care of Fred if anything happened to her. Yeah. I do understand that she would be upset too, but she supposedly was telling Fred yesterday that she was happy for us and stuff, and then it kind of changed once he messaged her and asked her, like, what the hell, is all this? No, she didn't go on their crimes from what I hear. Hey, Smiley. So, all right, I guess we're going to listen to this. I haven't heard any of it. And I'm just going to react again.
Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope this evening. And Jay, sweetie.
The cannabis industry is exploding nationwide, and that's why I created the Master Mentors Live educational program.
Let me get on down through here. There you are, Sassy Cat. How you doing, sweetie? I was talking with you over on Facebook. AD, how you doing? How you doing? Bethany, good to see you. Mommy of 6, good to see you. I bet you all heard it too, right? And Donald's like, how all guys are, oh, you didn't do nothing, baby. I'm sorry that, we're going to have to break up this way, but I got other things on my mind. But what did I do, Donnie? What did I do? That's what he was saying, right? Yeah, it was sad. It was sad. Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah. Kind of made you spit up in your own mouth to listen. But anyway, he wanted to talk to Donald about Ziggy and Fred's marriage, right? Like that was going to be some big thing. And, Donald already knows that he was in Ziggy's chat saying congratulations and, all the stuff, right? And so Donald was like, real quiet. He was real quiet because he already knew. And he's like, dude, why are you trying to start something up with me about Fred and Ziggy's marriage when you already was over there saying congratulations, right? Mm-hmm. That is the do tell on that one.
Who's she talking about right there, guys? Who's she saying? Who is she meaning right there? Oh, she's probably talking about White Boy. I thought Don would be jealous of Fred pulling Ziggy. Maybe he's jealous of me pulling Fred. So she's talking about White Boy. Yeah, he was I heard he, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't care about, the jokes and stuff out of fun, but the mean stuff and real life stuff,
And anyway, yeah, that was all going on, you guys. And anyway, to get it even further, Donna was like, look, I'm getting into the church, and which he always says. And then White Boy's like, but I'm not like Sheer, I'm not like Benny, I'm not like Cam and Elle, I'm not like all of those other people, right? He was like naming a whole long line, a list. White Boy, you make me laugh, man. You make me laugh. You do really, you're going to name a big list of people that the Wells crapped on? A big list of people that was out there just like you, protecting them, trying to run the show, trying to be in control. You really believe you were better than them? Dude, you got rolled off the hill just like all the rest. Right?
Rolled off the hill.
You got rolled off the hill. And then you was, I hate to say it, but booty hurt about it. Right? Like, I don't know, y'all. It was sad. It was a sad thing to watch, right? Absolutely sad to watch. It was hard. It was so hard. I don't think I've ever seen so much smooching on the backside in my life. White Boy was like smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. Yeah. It was horrible. But, right? Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I hate to say it, but that was like hilarious, It's like one of them, perfect picture moments that you want to just frame. I was like, dude, you are Sheer. You are Benny. You are Cam and Out. You are all of these people that you are naming, right? All of these people, this list of people. That's who you are. Did you expect the Wells to do you any differently than they've done everyone else? Come on.
Hey, Marie.
It's the big pig.
Oh, here's my favorite song.
There was a hook on
I'm
finance. Your kid will read a 30-day guarantee. Got 'em hooked on finance. 5 millisecond books, cause we got 'em all hooked on phonics. From ABC's competing and spelling bees, got 'em hooked on phonics. 30 years in the game, got 'em learning from the hook. 20 minutes every day. Single lessons you can do at any pace.
Why do I like this so much?
Book, make it easy to learn, celebrate when it works. Yeah! In 30 days, you're going to hear a lot of questions. What's a resurrection, Dad? What's a recession? Oh my Lord, my kid just put me under pressure, but I'm happy that my kid can read a book because we got 'em all hooked on phonics. Your kid will read a 30-day guarantee. Got 'em hooked on phonics. 5 millisecond books, cause we got 'em all hooked on phonics. From ABC's competing and spelling bees, got 'em hooked.
You cracked me up. That was funny stuff. Oh, shit. Poor White Boy, he's going to be singing. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. Right? Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, shoot. On top of old Ben Hill, all covered with stench. White Boy lost his true love. Donna wasn't given an inch. Oh, shoot. Oh, it cracked me up.
I have it up on. I have it on 1.5 because I'm trying to get.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was to do tell you guys for this over this weekend. A weekend that White Boy will not ever forget. Right? Oh, shoot. Oh, God. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that was very interesting, to say the least, right? That was very interesting, to say the least. I'm sorry, man, but I just can't do this anymore, white boy. Oh, Donnie, I understand. I still can't figure out what I did. You didn't do nothing. All right. I just got other things on my mind, and it ain't you.
Oh my God.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my God.
Right. But listen, dude, I'm the one that gives you this tin can so that nobody can call you but me. All right. I don't understand all of this. It ain't every day that somebody gives you a tin can so they can call you. Right.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you what you can do with your tin can, white boy. Let me tell you what you can do with your tin can.
No, let's start it.
Don don't want one line. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It cracks me up. Listen, you guys. I got to let you guys know. Look who's back in PG. There you guys go. There you guys go. Subscribe to Prayer Garden of America. Right? There you guys go. Yep. You don't get no better than that, right? You don't get no better than that back in you. Right? I thought you guys would like that. Anyway, Ziggy and Fred are officially married, right? Officially married. Absolutely. Look at this. There you go. She didn't bother to put her shoes on, right? She like, get it done. If he's gonna say yes, we gotta get it done, right? No time to fix your hair. No time to fix the windows. No time to fix the doors.
Get hydrated, healthier skin with Pureology Future Proof RX with clinically proven ingredients.
Right? Oh my God.
Yeah, she's the brownies, right?
I'm gonna tell you guys, my goody good, it's got a bite. Right? It's got a bite to it. But anyway, yeah. And she didn't bother to put on her shoes, right? She's like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to give this man time to change his mind. Right? Get right to it, baby. Let's get right to it. Who would think, right? Who would think? I mean, Fred better hang on to that woman, right? You better hang on to that woman. You got a woman that ain't even going to take time to put on her shoes. Will you marry me? Oh, yeah. Right now, barefooted. Where's the creek?
Oh, yeah, right now, barefooted. Well, no, I don't think that Prayer Garden talked any shit from what I hear. It's just there was some things that weren't true, I guess, that were what Fred said is he was upset because there was a lot of lies, I guess.
Right? You better hang on to her. Absolutely. I heard everybody saying that everybody looked happy in this picture but Fred. Right? They said everybody looked happy in this picture but Fred. Fred's like, she didn't have. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to mention. Look, Fred said, man, she didn't even give me time to think about it. I said, will you marry me? She's like, hell yeah, right now, barefooted. Right? He's like, whoa. Preacher, where'd you come from? Oh, they have me waiting on the other side of the door. Right? It's cracking me up. But anyway, if you look in the background right there, right behind the preacher's shoulder, right behind the preacher's right shoulder, there's a picture right there. I thought it was awful weird. And I don't know if it's Summer or not. I don't know. I mean, this lady, Kathy, she might have a picture of Summer. If she don't, boy, somebody in that family looks just like her. Look, don't that look like Summer? Don't that look like a picture of Summer back there? Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. If this isn't Summer's picture, wow. I can see why she's in Summer's case. Because someone looks a lot like Summer. I don't know. It could be a picture of Summer. I don't know. but I don't think it's a boy because it looks like it's got a ponytail. It could be a boy, but it looks like it's got a ponytail just like the one Summer's got. I don't know. If it is a boy, it looks like her twin brother, right? It looks like her twin brother. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that that the picture looked so much like Summer sitting in that background. Oh, I think it does. Oh, it's not Summer. Okay. Well, it sure looked like her. Yeah, it looked like Summer to me too, Molly. It looked like Summer to me too. Absolutely. I thought it was. I mean, I thought maybe the lady, because I know there's a lot of black and white pictures of Summer also. Sometimes when people out here get attached to a case, they will, maybe put a picture of the child in their house to pray for. Oh, not in the least.
I'm just fast forwarding.
Really like Summer's. Maybe it's a picture of Summer up there. So it's her granddaughter. Yeah. And that's what I pray all the time that Summer is found. And I know everything's on God's time, right? I know everything's on his time. So I try. There's the marriage certificate. There we go, y'all. Yep, it's official. It is official. Ziggy and Fred are married, right? Ziggy did pretty good on Ben Hill. She got a dog from the Wells, and she got a husband down the road, right? She got a puppy from the Wells, and she got a husband down the road. So that worked out pretty well. Now what's not working out is I have been talking to Laura behind the scenes, you guys, and Laura's not taking this. She's not taking all of this very well, at all. And I can pretty much understand that. Because she was with Fred for like 20 years, right? She was with Fred for a long time, 2 children. I can understand Laura as well. And sometimes people think that they're going to be with someone forever, right? They think that, hey, nothing can split us up. We've been through so much that, we're bonded now and so forth. Sometimes people take everything for granted, right? They take everything for granted.
No, people don't do that, Saints. No, I don't think people really put pictures of children unless they have maybe on the refrigerator, the missing poster, or what I mean? Like if they were handed a flyer from somebody, they might stick that on their fridge or something. You know what I mean? But as far as framing a picture and putting it up, no. Okay. She seemed okay. Until of course it's not gonna be the easiest thing to take. I mean, obviously, but remember, guys, she's had already moved on and had said that they weren't together on my channel. So, but I do understand too, no matter whether they were together or not, it's still, I'm sure it's still hurtful. And I definitely didn't want to, that was my number one concern, was her mental health, because I know that she's still using, even though she probably won't admit it. And I don't mean this to talk shit about her. It's just the truth, okay? And I just worry about somebody's mental state and when they're using, and not thinking clearly. But at the same time, I do know that, she's living with a guy and has been pretty much since June. Hey, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. All right.
I'm a true believer in God, right? And in God's will. And I think that God don't put no one's feet where they ain't supposed to be. I don't think God puts anyone together that ain't supposed to be together, right? I just, what I'm saying is a door was opened for Ziggy and Fred, right? A door was opened for them. to meet, and by that door being open, that it's led to this, to marriage. Well, when that door was open and Fred walked through it, right? He walked through it. God had, that was, for me, I believe that's, destiny. That's what's supposed to happen. And as for Laura, I think that, God opened a door for her too. Mm-hmm. I think that, what I'm saying is I don't think she was left sitting in a room all by herself.
I do believe it's actually a door opening for Laura as well. I do. Actually, that's what I'm hoping. Like, I'm hoping that maybe she'll find somebody who, like, her and Fred in a way, like, I mean, obviously when you're two addicts together in a relationship and you've lived for 20 years doing drugs together, you know what I mean? It's so ingrained in their relationship that it would be very hard for them unless they were both like on board with it at the same time. I mean, she was so used to him supplying the drugs, you know what I mean? It just, all it takes is for one of them to have a bad day and decide they're going to use, and and then it's just over. But if Laura could find somebody who's already clean and been clean a while or doesn't use, like that, might be really good for her. It might save her life. Like, seriously, this all could like be something. This for one, probably saved Fred's life, possibly Laura's. You know what I mean? And also is going to hopefully mend relationships, like between Fred and his kids, and hopefully eventually Laura too. It just wasn't going to happen, them two together on Ben Hill. Now, I really did try so hard I went out of my way to try to get, I went out of my way to try to get her I would be like, hey, call me at this time. Fred's going to be calling me at this time, because she hadn't even, it was like a long time before, like, they even talked on the phone when he was in jail. And like, I did everything to try to make it happen. And she just didn't seem interested. And then she came up on my panel and told everybody that they weren't together. If you guys don't remember, I'm not saying that it doesn't give her a right to be upset or hurt. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's look at it from the truth, okay? Let's make sure I understand. Yeah, if you want to help, our thing is, and Fred's thing is, if you want to, he was just saying right before this, if they want to help Laura and stuff, that's great. But like, help her from the standpoint, the truth. Like, she's not dying of cancer. Okay. I don't believe that's true. He doesn't believe it's true. He has never seen any type of proof of anything like that. Fred didn't. Also, I heard something like she said that Fred, she stuck with him twice during cancer. That's not true. Also, Fred had cancer once, and they weren't even together when he had the cancer. They met at the end of his cancer when it had gone into remission. She was there for the last bit of it, like but she wasn't there through the hard parts, like in the, with the diagnosis and, the hardcore treatments and stuff like that. She was there towards the end. Fred was shot, and when they went in to remove the bullet is when they found he had kidney cancer. Okay. You thought they meant COVID? Nope. That she's trying to say she has cancer. And that's what she was trying to tell me too. And Fred, he was just like, he's not the type to talk bad about the person he's with. Like, even when they were together, he would just, she didn't talk much. I didn't talk much to her like I did with Fred, I just assumed like that she was a really honest person, just like Fred, because I knew Fred was a very honest person. But also we got to remember when people are in addiction, there's certain things that even a person who's normally honest, when they're in addiction, they're going to fib about. And a lot of times this is about surrounding the drugs, and also they might fib a little bit about to get sympathy for money and stuff like that. So for the drugs.
I think a door has opened for her as well. I think that's just God saying, hey, you and Fred, don't make a good match. You can't get your lives together. You can't live the way you need to be living together. It's like toxic. It's toxic, right? And they have to be, and so God separated that. God separated that toxic situation so that these two individuals can start a new life, right? I mean, I think God done.
She's with David Bays right now, from our understanding. It's all, I don't know, guys. Whether she's really with him, I don't know. She took off with David Bays. I don't. It's just whoever probably can supply the drugs is what. But right now, I think she's with David. And I'm not here to talk shit about her or anything. I'm not trying to talk shit about her because she can do what she wants, and she's free to be with whoever she wants to be with. But he was told while he was in jail by people that are mutual friends that she was staying with a guy. And when they would fight, because we were under the impression she was staying with a friend of hers, as it was a girl, a mutual friend of her and Fred's. Well, she was, but only sometimes. Only sometimes when she would be fighting with the guy she was seeing at the time or whatever. No, I not at all, Selena. And I think she tries to play it off like Fred used her for money and stuff. No, that's not true either. At all, guys. I was there through every single part of it. I was the one that had to send the money. Not her. She didn't send the money. I'm the one that sent the money. She sent the money to me, and then I distributed it on what he wanted. Because for one, there was so many different, it is confusing. There's so many different things to put the money on. I mean, for the phone, you have to put on one thing. For the commissary, another. And then It's crazy. And neither of them are too tech savvy. I mean, really. He says that she is, but she just doesn't. I don't know. Anyways, I was my understanding at the time is neither of them were very tech savvy. I just did it, you know. I didn't know whose money was who at the time until I learned now. I mean, know what I know now. You know, they're both on disability, and he has a check. So at the time, at the beginning, he had a check. You know, now it was eventually, you know, cut off, but at the beginning, the money that he was being sent was money that was from his check. And she didn't ever have to dip into her own money. It's not true. Actually, we're many of you guys helped out. You know, I made sure I tried to make it easier on her because I didn't know she got a check and stuff at first. Like I had no idea. I didn't know that at first. I didn't realize that she got a check. Like I didn't ask them their financial stuff, you know. I didn't know that she was on disability and stuff and was getting money like while he was in jail. I didn't know that until like after me and Fred would like, you know, after a few months of him being in jail, and like we really started talking more and more and more, you know. And then that's when I started really, really learning more personal stuff, you know. Then I was like, knew like, dang, like she got a check, you know, she wasn't as bad off as I thought, you know, because I thought she was just there, left there, you know. Fred got arrested, and I just imagined her there with, you know, no money, nothing, you know, nowhere to stay, just completely, you know, like a damsel in distress, you know. That's what I was imagining. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Crimes have consequences. Yes, she did have the money from Fred's check. Yes. At first. Yes, she did. And so that's all she was sending. Like she didn't send money from her check. And I added it all up too. I added up how much he got, and I added up how much I sent, like every single dollar. Just to see if that was true, that, you know. And it's not. She wasn't always like that, Laura. Ruin. That's what, you know, when you're on that type of drug they're on, it makes people lose weight. That drug is the worst on people's appearance. Did you guys remember seeing Laura after she was not using, like, for a couple weeks? Oh my God, she looked completely different. Just the same way with Fred, like night and day. Meth is very destructive to people's appearance. She was left high and dry by Fred? No, that's not true at all. Fred is, no, he is like the most least selfish person I think I've ever seen.
Done Laura a favor, and I think he done Fred a favor, right? I think he done both of these people a favor. I hope they can see it that way. I hope they're able to see it, you know, the way I see it. Because if they can see it the way I see it, then they'll be, you know, they'll be led to the destiny God, you know, has for them, right? They'll be led down the righteous path that God has for them. What I'm saying is Fred is going with Ziggy to, you know, to change his life around, to get clean and to get, you know, to be a better human and a better person. And I think Laura could do the same. I think a door has been opened for her to get her life together, to get, you know, for herself and her children, and, you know, to live a better life as well, if she wants it. You know, you have to want it. It ain't just going to drop in your lap, right? God helps them who help themselves. And so, you know, that's what I'm talking about. And I just hope that Laura sees it that way. She's not seeing it that way right now, you guys. Right now, she's pretty, you know, down on herself. She's been having a lot of difficulties. You know, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of what I know. You know, I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes or anything. You know, this is, you know, what I know out of the situation. And you know what? Now I do know some things. You know, they're not pretty. But there's some things, you know, that I would like to share. But I don't know. I don't know if I should. Listen, I'm going to leave whether I share up to you guys or not.
His disability was stopped because somebody contacted and I don't, well, I'm guessing somebody contacted, maybe they just found out from I don't know. But yeah, his disability did eventually stop. That usually happens when they're incarcerated. When they find out, once they find out, they stop it until you're out. But it's still currently stopped. And they sent the appeals form, but yet Fred's not getting any of his mail. It's a huge nightmare. So, and of course, his grants ran up at the place he's staying at, and he now has to start paying. And it's like, well, now he's not getting his check. So, you know, that puts now I'm like really stressed, and I'm just making sure I'm not going to let him like get kicked out of that place for non-payment. You know, if I have to freaking crowdfund, I will, you know? But yeah, it does take, it's a nightmare, especially when you can't even get your mail. Oh, I know, Laura Ruin. I know. No, you're right. She did. Yeah, she does get really thin and stuff, but normally she's not that thin. Call the postmaster general that delivers that area. So call the local post office. She was getting his check for a little while, Kels, yes. But she also was sending him money. I mean, she did send me the money to send to him. So, you know, she did send not the whole amount. Like when you add up the amount that she got from the check and add up the amount that she sent, she got more than what she sent. You know what I mean? But he doesn't care about that. he doesn't care. It's just like, don't lie. Like, you know what I mean? Don't lie that you had to like basically she's trying to basically make it seem like, oh, like she had to sell herself to, and Fred would never ever ask her to sell herself. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Fred's prayers for sobriety. Yes, whoever wants it. Okay, Rhonda. It's okay if you can't. September Virgo. So it's all connected to his old phone number and stuff. So all that stuff, like she made accounts with all his stuff and he doesn't know the passwords and he doesn't have access to the email that she did all that stuff. And so we tried to make accounts, but she has they all need to be reset, and then nobody will talk to him in person because he doesn't have an actual ID. He just has the paper ID. No, they weren't married, Juniper. They were never married. But, I mean, they were basically, in a way. Right, Lindsay? It shouldn't. I don't think it's going to affect it. Crimes have consequences because he's on disability. He's not on the type of disability he's on is it doesn't affect my income, doesn't affect his situation. We've already looked into all that. Yes, Saints. I think it's disability. That's funny, Kills. Because that's one of the first things I asked him. I'm like, I didn't want it to affect his situation. That's where he went, was the BMV. They gave him a temporary and then they mailed the permanent, but he can't get his mail. My husband was on SSD disability and my income was not counted, right? Wisely, yeah. In this situation, I think Wisely, I think he said the main one's out of Greenville. But I'm going to fax some stuff to every freaking SS Social Security office freaking fax number I can find. I'm serious. I'm faxing it to fucking every single one of them and hoping that one of them does something and puts it in the system. I'm just going to fax them proof that he's out of jail, and I'm going to just type up something that has his social security number and a little bit, just a tiny bit about the situation, and that's it. Can't type too much or they won't read it, and hope that one of the freaking places it gets faxed to will do something, because he can't get the appeals, and unless I can find the appeals form that they're sending online and, print it out and fill it out. Hey, Nicolina. How far is that from where he is? A couple hours at least, I think. You're probably right. They might have it there. Maybe not, but they don't mail it out of their office probably. I don't know. Anyways, let's hear what.
If you think I should share a little bit of what, of what Laura's going through right now, put a 1 in the chat. If you think I shouldn't, put a 2. I'm going to let you guys decide on this one.
We're going to fast forward to that.
The practice you are about to learn is almost never.
It says 3. LOL. Absolutely. It's okay with her. She doesn't care. Laura doesn't care. Matter of fact, right now, Laura cares about nothing. Laura doesn't care about anything. I did ask Laura if she had a GoFundMe. And I have suggested to Laura that she makes a GoFundMe. Laura is dealing with the C word. We all know what that is. She's dealing with the C word. And anyway,
so some people thought that they meant, or that pro-garden meant COVID. No. Laura's trying to say that she has cervical cancer. Nobody's seen any proof of it. She told Fred that she was diagnosed at Hawkins County Jail. Well, I'm pretty sure Hawkins County Jail does not give you freaking pap smears right there. It's not like prison. Prison might do that kind of stuff, but not for jail. I mean, she was in there for at the very most a month. I don't even know if it was even that long. For a misdemeanor, they're not going to be worried about checking her for cancer. Laura is Fred's girlfriend that he was with when I first met them. They were together for 20 years. And I met him in 2022, very beginning or the end of 2021. I met both of them and they were together at the time, just like I was in a relationship at the time. And it was never, nothing was ever going on with me and Fred. It was never anything until it progressed in the last, after a few months after he was in jail. And she didn't seem to want anything to do with him. She even asked me to take care of him if something happened to her and stuff. But I do understand her being upset. I mean, I'm sure, and I was very worried about how it would affect Laura. Oh, really, Steph? County jail diagnosed your husband? I still know. You guys, this is something that she's done before. According to Fred, she's a little bit, I hate to even say this. I hate that I even put in this situation. I feel like to even talk bad, because I don't want to talk bad about her and stuff, but I feel kind of I don't want people to get bamboozled either. If you want to help her, yeah. But just know she is an active addiction, and she does. We have not seen any type of proof of any type of cancer ever. And she's known to, I guess, try to get sympathy off people, kind of like she's a lot like Jody Sue, but not near as severe, from what I'm learning from Fred. Like I said, I didn't know all this stuff. I hadn't had talked to Laura like I had Fred, Laura was always around, but it was Fred really that was the one that was talking. He had a massive visible tumor, so I think they had no choice but to send him to the hospital. And it's her business, you know, it's not, she doesn't have to put out proof or anything like that. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what Fred says, and I know Fred to be a very honest person, and I'm just telling you my experience and what I've witnessed over the years.
I asked her to make a GoFundMe because she hasn't got a way in and out of where she's at, right? She's in Tennessee. She's far away from the doctors.
She's not in Tennessee also, guys. She's not in Tennessee anymore. She took off with David Bass to Virginia. She's not in Tennessee. I mean, at least that's what she told other people.
Far away from everything. And she doesn't have a way to get around anymore, right? She doesn't have no one to take her where she needs to go. Now, actually, she hasn't got a whole lot of anyone. Her children, two of her children.
Acorn TV has every episode of Midsummer Murders.
Sounds like
live in another state with their aunt, and her oldest daughter pretty upset with her because of some things that, you know, that's happened in the past. She loves her mom, but it's just some things in the past, right, that is causing some difficulties there. So right now Laura feels like she's got no one.
According to Fred, the reason why the daughter won't talk to her, and Fred talks to that particular daughter talks to Fred. And that's not even Fred's biological child, but, you know, she was 3 years old when they got together. So, but Fred texted with that child. And the more so the reason that she won't talk to Laura is because she's using, guys. And because Laura won't be honest. Like, Laura she tells little freaking white lies, little fibs. She's not, you know, and that's kind of what goes along with addiction. Most of the time, I mean, when it comes to addiction, most people aren't going to say, yeah, I'm using. And I mean, Fred did, but he didn't, I think he kind of downplayed his use, but I don't think he realized how much it was. I mean, I can tell a huge difference, but I don't think Laura reached out to her. I'm sure that Prayer Garden just messaged her, which is fine.
No one at all. I asked her if she had got a GoFundMe up. If she does, I will definitely let everyone know if and when she gets one, if she does start one. And I think she should, to help her with her treatments and to help her with transportation back and forth to the doctors and all the things needing to be done. You know.
Oh, really, Kelly? That's so sweet. That's why I closed the chat because I didn't want to see I didn't want to see the negative comments. But Kelly says, I hope you read that entire chat and see how much support you have. It was amazing to see. I think if you were ready to throw hands. See, that's why I want to be careful too, because I don't want people to hate Laura or anything, or any hate towards her. And I don't disagree that I'm sure it's hard on her. You missed a lot while in the hospital. I think so, Sage Sleuth. So everyone went crazy saying she was using, and Ziggy didn't see it. Now they say support her. If you guys want to help her, with like her essentials and stuff, like I don't see a problem with that. Clothes and whatever, but you guys, just know the truth. It's not, you know what I mean? Just don't get bamboozled into some kind of sympathy ploy.
No. And I am absolutely positively happy for Fred and Ziggy. I'm not saying I'm not, because I am. I am. Like I said, I believe in God, and I believe Fred needed a different life to straighten his life out. He deserves that. And so does Laura. Laura deserves to be able to focus on her and do her and pull her life back together as well. She can't do that without help. And right now she feels like
I tried to get her and him up here, guys. But the real reason I wasn't going to let them stay here was because I knew she was still using. I couldn't have that around my daughter, But I tried to get both of them up here. I kept telling her that was the goal. But I think she wanted me to let her up here now. I wasn't going to let her up here now because I knew she was using. Give him a change of address and have his post office forward his mail to your address. Well, it wasn't even a prison, Juniper. It was the jail. So it wasn't even, it wasn't even the freaking prison. It was a jail. Laura kind of had a bad deal. She had been to prison before, but it literally was for pot plants. It's absolutely ridiculous, but that's the only time she had really been in trouble. People thought that Fred and Laura had these bad backgrounds, but they really don't. Like I said, Fred first got in trouble with that situation when he was in his mid-30s. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and easy.
he has none at all. And I told her, there is a whole army of people out here, a whole army of people out here who care. And I know people do care, right? I know I care. And I told her, she's been a big
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees?
A big part. She has played a big part in Summer's case, right? A big part in Summer's case. Her and Fred. Just like Jody Sue and Andy has played a big part as well. And Don and Candace and Grandis and you know, there's a lot of people, the flute player and Robin from the church, and there's just a lot of people, you know, and
Yep.
over the last, you know, it's almost been 3 years. As of June 15th, 2024,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It'll be 3.
Oh, yeah. I sent her all kinds of stuff, Juno. Oh, yeah. I mean, which is, I don't need credit for it or anything. It was for both her and Fred. Yeah. You guys notice that? Like how Laura hadn't even been to jail in freaking 20 years. And then the second that Fred goes to jail, like literally within days, she goes to jail. She had not been in trouble in 20 years. And Fred just said, I've always took the rap for everything. That's why she hadn't been to jail while we was together. She had never been to jail before that. While they were together in 20 years. And literally like 3 days after he gets arrested, she's arrested for possession with Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark is the one that was on JLR's video. It wasn't I don't think it was anything going on between them. Not like that, but that's just who she was with. Yeah. Yeah. Is she on probation? Grammy, that's another thing, guys. Like, she's not in Tennessee because she hasn't been going to her probation and stuff. I'm not trying to get her in freaking trouble. I don't even want to freaking do this, but that's why she left Tennessee, because she doesn't want to go to jail. And all she has is a misdemeanor to take care of. And she could have taken care of it very easily, just gone to jail for the violation of probation, for not going to her probation. Could have been in jail for like, you know, got it taken care of. That was the whole point. She just won't. She won't do it. She doesn't want to go to, so she's just running. Like, you know, she doesn't want to go to jail. She doesn't want to quit the drugs. Yeah, she is on probation and supposed to be taking care of that possession that she got when a few days after Fred went to jail. Oh, you're talking about Lisa K, Casey. She did, Rhiannon. She did. And it's because the reason why is because she thought he was going to, and this is not talking shit, but, and trust me, I've been there too. I mean, you know, I was an addict at one time. But she figured he would just come, you know, save her like he had before, you know, because Fred is a very loyal man. Okay. He literally had not been with anybody else in the whole 20 years they were together. But Laura, she wasn't as, you know, as soon as there was times when she had taken off with other guys and Fred just go rescue her, you know, and I think she thought that he would do it again. And so basically that's why she put off the responsibility on me. She knew that I would do, you know, she knew that Fred had me and YouTube. And so I think she kind of just, you know, just took a back seat and wanted to just party while he was in jail and have fun, I guess, and thinking that, oh, it would just go back to normal, you know, and he'll come get her and they'll go back to their normal life. And it just didn't work like that this time. That's just the truth. Oh, Jim? Is that what you mean? Oh, Lisa's not related to me, but I can't say because I haven't talked. She was only in jail, like, it was definitely less than a month. I mean, he did what he could. I mean, he tried for 20 years. Like, you know, he didn't just, like, it wasn't me being a homewrecker and just, like, oh, like, come and decide to ruin a 20-year relationship. That's not at all what happened.
Years, right? 3 years. Summer's been missing. And I told Laura that, everyone out here definitely knows who Laura is. And everyone out here knows her situation. And everyone out here, does care, and they would love to see her life make a turnaround.
It takes dedication and focus to be an all-pro dad. The good news is you don't have to work on the fundamentals alone. The all-pro dad play of the day is a 1-minute read. It is sent straight into your email inbox, and it's full of powerful and practical tips. So join the hundreds of thousands of dads just like you and sign up today.
Rihanna wasn't I don't think Rihanna was talking shit. Yeah, Rihanna didn't mean that bad. I think that was an accident. Hey, Rihanna, sorry, Jam did not mean to time you. Jam did not mean to time you out. I know she didn't. She didn't. She didn't mean it. If she did, if you did, I read that comment. She didn't mean it in a rude way. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let's continue.
We all would. And so, I asked her to please figure out, to make a GoFundMe or get help to make one. And let people help her because she needs the help, especially right now, going through all she's going through. And Gracie, I appreciate that. Gracie became a YouTube member. Amen. God bless. And Gracie, member for 13 months. God bless. God bless. Amen. And let me see. CJ, a member for 15 months. Hey, I appreciate all y'all supporting Summer's channel. Amen.
Well, she hasn't gone to any appointments or anything, Laureen, though. She hasn't gone to the doctor at all. If that is true, like, nobody's seen any type of proof. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying if it's true, she's not doing anything to help her situation.
So hopefully Summer will be found. Absolutely. Hopefully she will. But as for Laura, I told her to please make a GoFundMe. Let people, let people help. Sometimes you've got to be as good at accepting as you are at giving, right? You got to be as good at accepting, especially in a time of need like this. Sometimes you just need help, and it's okay to reach out and ask for it. You know, nobody's giving Laura a hand out. They're giving her a hand up in a traumatic time of her life. I mean, right now, this is some of the darkest hours of Laura's life, right? Dealing with all that she's dealing with. And I told her there's good people out here. And she said, you know, she doesn't want to take away from Fred and Ziggy. Well, I told her she wouldn't be taken away from Fred and Ziggy at all. Matter of fact, I'm sure Fred and Ziggy would be, you know, would be happy to, you know, help her get the help and everything she needs to get back to perfect health and be able to turn her life around and live a prosperous life as well with her children. And maybe at some point she'll meet someone, and, you know, maybe she'll meet a nice person and get married as well, right? Maybe that she will do that. Absolutely. Now,
well, Fred wasn't upset at PG at all. Like, he's not upset. Fred doesn't get upset. Like, and he like, especially he thinks Pergarden's hilarious. Like, I think that she's actually probably his favorite. If I mean, kind of wonder if he likes her better than me. To be honest. But he doesn't want people to get, like, be lied to. You know, he doesn't care if you guys help her. He really doesn't. Just help her for the, you know, right reasons, not for because you think just, you know what I mean. There's really nothing to be discussed. Either Laura really has cancer and it's really bad, or wait. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at PG or anything. And I do agree. Like, I was worried about Laura as well. I really was. That was my main, and nobody could say differently. Like, I have so much proof of it. Like, if they tried to freaking say differently, I mean, that was the thing I constantly told Fred I was worried about. And he would just, you know, he was worried too in a way, but another way he's like, well, she didn't care about how it made me feel when she would run off with other guys and stuff like that, you know. She didn't care. And that is true, but, you know, at the same time, just because somebody does something to you doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Two wrongs don't make a right. Not that this is wrong. We didn't do anything wrong at all. I believe Fred made very good choice, but staying clean. He has you now as his wife to help him and support him when he needs encouragement. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I swear to garden ring. I think Prayer Garden won Fred over when she did that Ryan live. Because it was just funny. He doesn't think Ryan's a good person at all, and I don't either. But he doesn't talk bad about Ryan. He just thinks that Ryan is not a good person. That's all he says. Hey, beautiful sunflower. Peachy, just basically repeating what Laura told her. In my opinion, if someone wants to help Laura, okay. If you don't, then okay. Yeah. I have done. I think in a way though, Laura feels like left out. You know what I mean? Because Fred did get a lot of attention and stuff, and I don't know. I tried to help her, you know. Oh, I did send her a lot of stuff and help. I always tried to include her. It wasn't just always about Fred, you know. If you go back and see his previous videos, he's always talking hiking. He just thinks it will get him more views if he has Summer's name now. Has he had his wife back in the videos since that epic live or that epic video at 125? Well, because she probably thought crime so consequences, probably because the same thing I thought, like that she was just out there by herself with nobody, you know? I just thought figured she was super dependent on Fred and she was in a way but I didn't realize that she had got her own check and everything, you know?
Laura's having a lot of difficulties in everything because, you know, I don't know because I wasn't there, y'all. I can't say, oh yeah, this is what happened because I wasn't there. So I can't say whether, you know, whether this be true or whether this not be truth. All I know is Laura is sad, and you know, and I know, you know, you can't turn love on and off like a light switch. You guys know that. We all know.
There's a simple rice hack anyone can use to dissolve their belly fat almost overnight. Did you know that you can pee out fat? Most people don't know this, but the real reason behind weight gain has very little to do with eating too many carbs or sugars like we thought, but instead, with low levels of brown adipose tissue in your body. They found that these fat-burning cells burn 300 times more calories than any other cell in your body.
You can't turn, when you know, when somebody's got a piece of your heart, you can't just turn it off and on like a light switch. You wish you could.
Sorry about that.
But you can't, right? I mean, if you're human, you can't do that. And therefore, you know, I know that, you know, I mean, yeah, she's going to hurt a little while over all of this, I'm sure. Breakups, you know, breaking up ain't easy to do, right? Breaking up ain't easy to do. But
breaking up is hard to do. Fred thought that this time that she was that Prayer Garden had Laura on the phone. No, well, according to Prayer Garden, Laura actually said she didn't want to divert away from our happy news, I guess. I don't know. She acted at first like, according to Fred, I thought she was accepting of it. It seemed cool, and then I don't know.
Well, you know, I understand that, there's people saying that, well, Lord gets a check and stuff like that. That's to do a whole month. I know a lot of people who, who are on, a fixed income month to month, and they probably get a lot more than
I
Laura
would
would.
love to do that, Kels. I would think it'd be amazing. But I want to first Summer, the truth about whatever happened to Summer to come out, because I want people to. I know Fred's not involved, like, as at all. I mean, I know with everything in me, he's not. But I want, I not only for us and for him, but I want the truth about Summer out there. That was the whole reason what brought us together. If the truth came out about what happened to Summer, because Summer has brought so much good to my life, and not just my life, to other people's lives. Like, she saved her brother's lives. Like, I don't know. It just, like, the end of this fairy tale story wouldn't be complete without the truth of what happened to Summer, So I don't feel like I could ever write a book or, tell my story and tell that. So I don't know if it ever will be complete. I don't know. I'm not good at organizing my thoughts, so I don't know how I would ever be able to write a book, but I've always told Fred that we have I tell him we have the coolest love story ever, and we do. We really do. Yep, Lindsay. I just want the truth to come out too, because then people will see. I want people to see him for how I know him, and how of an amazing person I know he is. And I want other people to see that. You guys, go by what little you've heard from me and the little bits you've heard of him on the conversations we've had and stuff, but you guys don't really, really know him. Ryan blames Fiji for the reason he's no longer allowed to search Andy's property when he knows the real reason is because Andy got embarrassed about junk and I was worried they would find something. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Me and Fred don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to us why they went to 125. Either he just is so unaware of really what's been, going on in the Summer Wells case, or like he did that on purpose or something, or I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't he go to Fields Road first? Nobody cares about 125. You know what I mean? Really, they don't really care about 125. People want to know about Fields Road. But Ryan, either he just didn't know because he's so new to this case, or he just, either that, or maybe Andy tried to divert him away from Fields Road. Who knows? Probably never know the truth. I know, but Peace in a pod, we tried so hard to try to get her to, she could have got an ID for free. If Fred ever gets another mullet, I'm dragging Ziggy to file for divorce. I'm telling him, I'm having him grow out his hair a little bit right now because, like, he has the thickest hair I've ever seen on a guy or even anybody, really. And so I just want to see what he looks like with this a beard and a little. Not a mullet, but not a mullet. I think the mullet's funny. And you and help him stay. He does look a lot better. He was going, oh my God, Molly. Probably.
Would. And, you know, it's PG, if she's getting treatment, they offer to help with transportation to and from her appointments. Well, Susan, I'm going to be honest with you. In some areas they will, some areas they won't. Now, if you're too far out, you're not going to get that transportation. They only pay for, if you live on the main, if you live on the main bus lines, if you live on main bus lines and so forth, yes, that is very much true. But if you live out away from main bus lines, it can't, you know, a lot of times they will not, you know, help you. No, they won't, because it's too much. It's too much for them to go out of their way to do that. You know, so, and how about in emergencies? How about in emergencies? You know, you could barely, you know, like Jody Sue said, good luck. Jody Sue told you, good luck getting an officer out there if you need one. Good luck getting an ambulance out there if you need one, right? And that's true. In those areas, that is so true. It's true. So, you know, what I'm saying is,
honestly, though, after Fred went to jail, where she was saying she was in, I think, pretty sure she was in Kingsport, if I remember right, and that's not, Kingsport's way different than Beach Creek. It's like, yeah, Kingsport's more normal. Beach Creek is like Little House on the Prairie. Oh gosh.
what Lord gets, you know, by the time you pay, you know, for, maybe she's living with someone, maybe the shared living, but you got to pay your share. And then she's got to eat. I mean, she has to have, you know, she has to have a lot different food than we do, right? I mean, she's fighting, you know, an illness, and one that takes people out every single day. So, you know, with the illness that she has, you know, she has to have a lot of vitamins. She has to have a lot of things that, you know, she has to have a whole lot of stuff to build her body up, that kind of food costs some money.
She hasn't been going to her appointments, guys. She hasn't gone to the doctor at all. I learned soon after Fred went to jail that it was really pointless to try to really come up with any solutions for her, because she wouldn't do them. You know, she just wanted to do things the easy way always. Like, instead of going to get a new ID, like, she was trying to get me to alter her current ID. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's illegal. You know what I mean? It's just the type that's just, I don't know. I thought it was because maybe they're not very tech savvy. Like, I figured maybe she's like Fred is with technology, but he says that she's actually pretty good at technology. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she gets EBT. Change all his info and social security number. Does she know she gets a check? Well, it sounds like Prayer Garden knows she does. But also, another thing is she didn't have to pay where she was staying. As much as she was getting, she got more than Fred got on disability. She got like basically the maximum. So, and she had child support come out of it, but after child support and stuff, I think she ends up getting like about $1,000, and she wasn't paying any type of rent or anything. She should be good on $1,000, wouldn't you think? Like, if you're not have to pay rent. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I didn't know that at first. Like, I didn't know that. I thought that. That's what I heard, Shannon Mullins. Like, I mean, from what I hear, like, they were giving her a hard time about the bills and stuff. Like, at the place she was staying, like, they were trying to. From what she was saying, I don't know if it was true or not. Like, they were like getting on her about the electric bill and stuff, and I don't know. Like, I think she was supposed to be helping, or maybe was helping a little bit with the bills. But everybody at that place, like, were where she was staying, I think, were using. So I'm trying to be very careful when I say, because I don't want to offend anybody or offend. I don't want to talk bad about her. I really, really don't want to. That's why I've been trying to avoid some of this and going. But I don't want people to be lied to either. And she's not really the type. She will play on your sympathy and stuff. She's not like Jody Sue, okay, like to that, like that bad, but she is a little bit like. I mean, she's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Ernie is my daddy. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh God, Jody Sue was in chat. What was Jody Sue saying? Malingering. But yeah, Laura was my friend too, you know? And I'm not like, I can't stand, women that like try to take people, ruin my relationships and stuff. Like a lot of women get off on that shit, and that's just not me. I've never been like that. So I can see why people might think it looks like that, but that's not at all the truth.
I don't know.
One of the better things that I decided to do in my adult life was to see a therapist.
The biggest barrier to entry
What
has
the
always
fuck?
been
Are you
finding
serious,
a good
Mama
therapist.
Two?
But BetterHelp takes out all of the guesswork.
Shut up.
BetterHelp is
You've got to be kidding me right now. Shut up. What a liar. Ew. Are you fucking for real? Has anybody else heard this nonsense? Your morning brownies. That's awesome, Mimi was sick. You guys are great. That's hilarious. No, I don't think you're lying. But that's hilarious. I believe you. It sounds like something he would say. But that's absolutely not true. I would ask for proof. Put out my nudes then. I give you permission to put my nudes out, Ernie. The supposed nudes I sent you. Freaking weirdo. You don't even like women. Fucking.
I don't know. Even if people don't want, if I was Laura, I'd still get a GoFundMe, because due to the fact that there's a lot of good people out there who will donate to it. GoFundMe isn't just out here and in the YouTube community or Facebook community, but GoFundMe's also go through other networks that a lot of people in different churches and stuff view and see, and sometimes there's people will reach out and help you knowing that you're going through all battling.
Do you have any identification marks? I'm not going to put it out here now, Kels, because then he'll know. Like he'll know what to. You know what I mean? That guy's clever. I know. I could see that, peas in a pod. I could totally see him doing that. But yes, I do. I do have some identification marks if it comes push comes to shove. Oh, I could see him doing that though. He would do some shit like that just to try to, you know. He's so stupid, dude. God. Of course, people would say that shit. I know, Sage Sleuth, I know. I know. Same, I feel the same exact way. Same exact way. There is a lot of people who with mental illness on YouTube. I mean, all of us have a little mental illness, right? But like there's some people with some severe mental health issues on YouTube, and you got to think, if you had mental health issues and you wanted some kind of acceptance, or if you wanted to live like you were somebody else, where would you go? You would go to social media. You would go someplace like YouTube to, make up this whole some kind of life, some fake life, and that's why we see so much of that, and so many, like, it's just social media allows people to be whoever they want to be. What are you talking, whiskey girl? I think have you been drinking whiskey already at fucking 1 p.m.? Remember when he was going to make a calendar? Oh my God. Mama too. Yes. And I thought he did. Didn't he take money up for it? Like people were actually paying, like he was some kind of something to see or something. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know why. I don't know why Jinky is talking about Fred. I don't know, but I think it's pretty crazy that she'll sit there and have Andy in her chat while talking shit about Fred, and then also supporting Don Wills. You've got to be kidding me. People, the reason why, Jinky sees, if she's supporting somebody like Dawn, then she's easily freaking manipulated. And of course, if she's supporting Dawn and people like Andy and that are going to be talking shit about Fred, she's going to think like the worst of them. Like he's like this meth cook. He's never cooked meth in his life. And if he did, he would freaking say it. Oh, God.
Right now, they will reach out and help her. Maybe she could even, open a Walmart, a Walmart wish list that, so she can get the food, the food and the items and things that she needs, the vitamins. The foods and some of the things she needs to help her. Maybe some comfortable clothing, right? Some comfortable clothing, maybe some soft bedding and stuff to be able to sleep on. Because when you're going through stuff like that, it hurts. It hurts to sit on hard surfaces and things like that, right? Your body just really feels like it's going through so much.
Baker, I really try not to.
you know,
because I'm
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be like mature. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do this maturely, you know, the best way possible that you can handle a situation, you know, being in this type of situation that I'm in. You know, I'm trying to do it with grace and understanding.
I'm sure that, you know, I'm sure, Lisa, that Laura understands, you know, the ins and outs of what the illness she has and what the hospitals will and will not do for her if she's not clean. I'm sure that, you know, that she knows. I just think that, you know, here's what I'm saying. I think Laura right now is in a place to where she doesn't care because she doesn't feel anyone else cares about her. I think that she's in a really dark place where she feels like, you know,
thank you, Rihanna.
People ain't going to like her because of Ziggy and Fred. That people are going to, you know, feel like they have to take one side or the other. Well, that's evil. That's evil. I'm not taking one side or the other because I don't have to. I don't have to. You know, I care about Ziggy and Fred, and I care about Laura as well. You know, I'm not taking no sides. God don't ask me to take sides. God tells me to love everyone, right? He tells me to love everyone the same. And, you know, and I think I'm going to stick with God, not one human side or another. That ain't the way it is. You know, both sides have a story. Both sides have a story. Now, you know, a lot of the reason that Laura is in a really bad and dark place right now is due to the fact that, and I'm just going to put it out here, you guys. It's because she helped Fred. She helped Fred through. Fred had the same problem twice. Fred had the C word twice. Laura helped Fred through what she's going through now. She helped.
He had cancer once, and it was before they were together. So that's not true. You know, that's just playing on sympathy, and I don't think that's okay. He did have cancer, but it was when before they got together. Yeah, I saw. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm sure. I don't think Lucky Lou meant to do that. But I'm glad that you guys were able to hide her because I was trying to figure it out. But yeah, so when Fred had cancer and was going into remission, that's about right the time that he had met Laura, and he had just found out he went into remission. So she was there at the very end of it. She wasn't even there for diagnosis and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's not true. He didn't have cancer twice.
Helped Fred through it twice. Stuck with him and helped him get through it twice. And she felt that, you know, now she's in the same position he was. He left her.
That's not true. That is so not true. At all. Yeah, but I don't know also, Shannon, what exactly Laura said it was telling her, because I do know that Laura has been trying to say she has cancer and stuff. But it's absolutely, she has said that to him before. This is not a first time that she said she's had cancer to him before. So it's not like, oh, she says that she tells him that she has cancer and he's just like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. No, that's not it. That's not what happened at all. And at all. This is like, I don't know how many times she's told him that she's had cancer before. But he's never seen any proof of it. Let me see. I'm reading what you guys.
Now, like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know how true it is or untrue it is. It's just what.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, 100 and...
It's just what Laura has shared with me. It's what she shared with me. And, and she shared a lot of other things as well. I think it's heartbreaking. I think it's absolutely heartbreaking, that this girl is walking through hell right now. She's walking through hell and she feels like she's walking through hell alone. And I think we all got a sense of what that feels like, right? I think we all have a sense of what it feels like to have walked through hell at one time or another alone, feeling like we had no one except God Almighty and his son, Jesus Christ, walking with us, right? We had no one but Jesus walking through that hell with us and God watching over us as we went. I think we've all been there and we know what it's like. And I, for one, feel sorry. I feel sorry for Laura. I do. And I think that, I personally think God would want us to, give this girl a hand up. I really do. I think God would want us to give this girl a hand up. We should reach out. We should reach out. If nothing else, we should reach out and say, hey, Laura, you need to fight. You need to fight for yourself and for your children and for a better future. Right? Don't give up, girl. Don't give up. Because people need to hear those words. People need to hear those words. Sometimes people just need a hug. Sometimes people just need to know someone gives a damn, right? That's all they need, is to hear some kind words and know someone's there for them. That's what I'm talking about. No, Laura did not. Laura got threw out. She was trying to stay when Fred got locked up. Laura was trying to stay at Fred's house, right? She was trying to stay there in the holler where she had some support and could possibly get some help, right? Some help. It was the area she knew, the area she's been in for so long. And she felt she could get, but they came and Fred's sisters came and put Laura out. They put Laura out on the street, and Laura was forced to go elsewhere. Not that she didn't want, not that she wanted to. She didn't want to go nowhere. She got forced to go elsewhere. And she couldn't help Fred because she couldn't even help herself. She was, this is somebody that's fighting. She's fighting the C word, right? Oh my God, I don't know if anyone else has had to, had a bolt of the C word before, but let me tell you something. I know my husband did, and it took him out of this world. And I know that it's a horrible thing to watch.
She's never gone to even an appointment, though. She needs to go to a doctor. If this is true, she needs to go to a doctor because she never has, not one time. I know, that's what we're saying. Like, if this is true, she needs to be getting some kind of treatment. It'd be one thing if, like, if she was dealing with like what Christine's dealing with right now, you know what I mean? And the treatments and all that stuff. That'd be like, oh my gosh, horrible. I would see why. Like, I would be like, oh my gosh, probably not a good time to leave Laura or, right now. I'd probably... Let's see. That was before she supposedly found out. What was before she supposedly found out? Fred just messaged me that. I don't know what that means. But yeah, it's not like what Christine's going through. You know what I mean? She's not doing treatments and all that. She hasn't done anything like that. She needs to go to the doctor if this is true. If she's been told that she has cancerous cells or something, then she needs to go. No, she's mentioned it before too, Carrie. She's mentioned it before. She tried to say the same thing to Fred before. I don't know. I don't know. Candace's last live in it. She didn't mention Summer's name one time. She was kicked out of the house before she was supposed to be diagnosed with cancer, said Fred. Yeah, she was kicked out super early on. But see, you guys, Fred had a bond, and she didn't bond him out either. You know what I mean? Like, Fred could have got out of jail right after he was arrested for, what was it, Fred? Like a couple $1,000 or $2,500. Fred could have got out of jail for $2,500, and she didn't even try to get him out. I had no idea that she was getting a check and all. Like, and he had money also in his wallet when he went to jail, like, that she had too. She wasn't left with just completely nothing. Yeah, Fred had a bond the whole time. And could have got out and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's still, I'm not blaming her for that. It's not easy. I'm not blaming her for not getting him out or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, this is just another. This is nothing to do with her, Tammy. I can't help. Look how much we make off her baby girl. Well, she should freaking probably tell us where Summer is then, Tammy. there wouldn't be money to make off Summer. There would be nothing to talk about if they didn't fucking do something to her. Tell where Summer Wells is. They fucking know. Oh, you're making money off Summer. Look how much money you're making off of her baby girl. Oh yeah, she seems real concerned, doesn't she? Look how much money she's making off of her. When she knows what happened to her, when she's the freaking cause of it. Allegedly, in my opinion. My stomach, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, but because you guys pretty much cut the point. I mean, I know that this goes on and stuff, and but I think she eventually moves on to there's Candace wearing a Swear Garden shirt, like so weird. Wearing a fucking YouTube shirt, Swear Garden. She's so stupid. Why is she fucking wearing a YouTube shirt? This is Swear Garden. She needs to wear a fucking shirt that has her daughter's picture on it. Wearing a shirt that says Swear Garden. Like, here, I'm at 5408. I'll try to remember that in case I...
Lemonade, pet, insurance. 3 words you've probably never heard used together. A drink.
Forth and so on. And
Abso-freaking-lutely. Who made that shirt? Who fucking made that shit? Why? Oh my... What is wrong with this woman? What is wrong with her? Like, it's not a game. Your daughter's missing. It's not a game. It's not funny. She's making a joke of fucking YouTube. Like, yeah. Fred said he just doesn't want anybody taken advantage of by misinformation. Yeah. And it's, like, he doesn't care if you help her and stuff, if you want to help her. But just know, he shouldn't be thrown under the bus in the meantime, me or him. Let's be honest. Let's tell the truth, like what really happened. And I don't want to have to bring out all the proof because I just don't. But I have it. I mean, you guys know, like every single one of my phone calls were recorded up until recently. I'm trying to figure out, I have a stupid iPhone now, but Fred would call me I would have Fred call me on my 850 number, the Google Voice number, so our calls would be recorded. So I have most of them recorded from when he was in jail. So I have all our calls when he was in jail. I have all our emails. All our messages, everything to prove that it's not what people thought. Or what it is exactly, happened exactly like how I said. Is Jinky single? Her and Chillbilly broke up? Chillbilly made her that shirt? I don't know. I just don't think it's in good taste, in my opinion. I mean, it's one thing if somebody wanted to make her that shirt, but I don't think it's in good taste for her if you can be wearing it in Gatlinburg. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? It's probably where you fucking traded your child at. I know it has abso-freaking-lutely has right, and then it has Swear Garden. See you, Kels. I'm probably about to get off here anyways. I mean, I'm sure I've pretty much, I think, gone over everything I want to go over from what I've heard. I just don't. But yeah, I mean, keep supporting Laura and stuff like that. If you're messaging with her and stuff like that, like be a friend to her, and I'm sure she definitely needs it right now. Remember, she wore one of Dolly's victim shirts too. She's so fucking ridiculous, dude. A white boy lockdown shirt? Oh, is it? It is true that Bill, what's his name? Billy, or whoever, Chill Billy. Are they really not dating anymore? Hasn't been in our chat, and she's been hanging out with Andy Moore now. I think he left her because she wouldn't sell the restaurant like he wanted. Why did he want her to sell the restaurant? They hadn't even freaking been, I mean, how long did they even, were they together? That's weird. She acts like she's freaking, from what I hear, yeah, sober friends, that's true. Fred said that she needs sober friends. Oh, I'm not down, Sharon. I'm happy. I'm still on a high from being a married woman. Nobody's gonna take that away from me. I don't expect everybody. There's never gonna be. Nobody's ever gonna be 100% okay with any decision you make. You're never gonna get 100% of people's support, ever. No matter who you're with. Somebody's always going to have a problem with it. It's just that mine's a little bit more public, I guess, than some people's relationships. He wanted to open up a food truck. I think he was really going to take the money and run and leave, or at least leave once the money runs out. It was his only chance. There was no way, like, it was both of their only shots. Like, unless she would have got help, like, that's what we were kind of, well, I think what he was kind of seeing, if she would actually get clean while he was in jail, but it just never happened. Yeah, Fred said, we're really happy and we wish Laura happiness as well. And it's true. I really do. I truly, truly do. And I believe Fred too. Like, and they still talk, still talk and can be cool and stuff. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not some freaking lunatic. Shelby Ellie must have heard that old saying. Really? Is that true? Do is what you think is best for you and Fred. Yep. People still try to tell you what to do, Linda? So it never goes away, huh? That's nice. Would be wonderful if you all can be friends with. Ziggy is happy. Lip block no more is the best cult leader. Life is fantastic, right? I could see he didn't really like her or her son. Oh, are you talking about Chillbilly? Well, thank you, country girl. R2, country girl. Oh, about Bill Shipley? I know. I've been trying to get a hold of Kelly. And she is. Hold on. Well, I'm thinking about, I'm going to look and see if she's back on. It looked like she had deleted yeah, it shows her. Let me see, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I should text her. I think I have her phone number. There she is. I'm going to text the phone number I have for her now that you guys reminded me, because I've been meaning to, because it doesn't show her available on Messenger. And as soon as you guys told me about him being out Thursday, okay, so today is Wednesday, so tomorrow, yeah, like, are you wanting to do evening time? Are you going to just send me the link right before? Like 7 p.m. or something, or 8 p.m. 7, I'm Eastern time. I don't understand how he got released. I don't understand how he got released, but okay, so 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so let me let's see. Let me put it on my and I'll share it on my page and stuff like I'll set alarm too. Let me see here. Live with Wally. And we'll make that okay. There, I definitely will not forget. Bill Shipley got released, I guess. Have a good time at work, Wally, or a good rest of your day at work. So they released him after 1 a.m., you're saying? That's kind of strange. Well, guys, I am going to go. I think I got my point across, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore when it comes to her. I don't know if even if she goes live, this is what it is, and there's nothing really more to say. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your Wednesday, and maybe I'll be live on the Tarot channel later on Empress Ziggy, but I'll talk to you guys later.